On this week's episode, we give a shout out to Dylan, who brought us a Bombs Away Beer Company beer. It's our first blonde ale. Not too bad. We go over my first extra large t-shirt, which I'm wearing, and random topics. It was a fun episode talking to Bud. Enjoy. Extraordinaire. Also one of the tallest people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Way too tall.
Yes. Went out to New Mexico, Albuquerque to be exact, Albuquerque. And he went to Bombs Away Beer Company. It's a veteran-owned company. I'll go through it here in a second. But he brought us 2 T-shirts and 2 different beers. But today we're going to go with this one. So this is a first.
Bombs Away.
Finally. Also, the other first is Pringles is ready to be eaten. It's our first blonde. This is a blonde ale.
Yes.
The beer is called Blonde Fuse Ale. Now, that's what it says on the can, but I think they shorthanded it because it's called Short Fuse Blonde Ale, but I guess it didn't fit on there. So they shortened up the fuse by shortening up the writing on the can. I'm excited to crack this big bad boy open.
This is
like
32 ounces of beer.
I wish it was a 40.
Oh, shit.
So it may be a little foamy because it's done some traveling. It's been in an airplane. It's done some traveling in and out of a igloo or whatever the hell kids are putting their beer in nowadays. That is not. Do you need this? You gotta. But yeah. So it may be a little foamy. It's done some traveling. Hopefully it doesn't have a skunk flavor to it. Not because of them doing it, but because of the travel time. Professional over here.
I think
You're
I'm
welcome.
getting worse and worse
Yeah.
at this beer pouring.
Well, the last video we did, I wasn't doing so hot myself, but yeah. Maybe I've just had more practice with big cans.
You used to holding something like this?
Yeah. But like I said, this is Bombs Away Beer Company, Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's probably the second beer I've ever drinking out of New Mexico. It's a 5.2 blonde ale. Would you like me to go over the background of the company, or would you want me to get into something spicy here? We got some good stuff to talk about today.
Let's go over to the background of the company and then we'll
Okay.
get spicy.
So they've been hand-built from the ground up in Albuquerque in the up-and-coming Skyline Heights district. They've got all sorts of handcrafted furniture, fixtures, decor in the tap room. To the unconventional brew house, Bombs Away Beer Company is a direct result of owners' own hard work, craftsmanship, dedication, and passion. It gives where you can get it. Okay, the owner, John. I don't want to say his last name because I don't want to mispronounce it, but the founder is a 14-year veteran of the United States Air Force, serving as an explosive ordnance disposal technician, hence the name.
Okay.
He proudly served multiple combat tours, leading EOD teams in Iraq and Afghanistan. During his last deployment, he started drafting the plans for his post-military career. His passion for beer inspired him to take the incredible challenge of starting a brewery. Directing his skills and he found it. So in 2017, he completed the brewery and opened up the doors. Let's see if this expertise, there's a lot of expertise that go into
Doing
diffusing bombs.
Yeah.
Something that I hope I never have to do, because it would be like a Lethal Weapon 2 type thing where I think they go in there and they're like, oh, I can cut the wire. I can cut the wire.
I'll cut the wrong
Boom.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping his expertise go into a really good beer.
Yeah.
Have you tasted it yet?
No. I was waiting on you.
Blonde ale. Not bad. I'm not a huge blonde ale fan. I'll be completely honest with the viewers. Not a huge blonde ale fan. That is a good blonde ale. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, there's no frills, which I like.
Not nothing happening there.
Yeah,
It's-
it's a blonde ale, something
Yeah.
that you drink while mowing the lawn
Yeah.
or doing dishes or whatever the hell you're doing, working on your
Yes.
car, doing deadlifts in the garage. I can substitute the Coors Light out now.
Yes.
So a few thoughts. I saw this week that we have a Super Bowl halftime show now picked. Have you seen who's on it?
No.
It's like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, and some others.
Okay.
Not that the others aren't good. My brain only thinks
Just
of
don't
those
know
three.
who they are.
I have some thoughts. I've been not a huge Metallica fan. People that know me know that I'm not a fan of the drummer. Not because of the Napster thing, but because his drum style I just never been a fan of. Guitar's incredible, singer incredible, everything else incredible. Bassist is awesome. Why not have them? I think it's the 20th anniversary or something like that of the Black Album, or 25th. It's an anniversary for one of that. Why not have them play the damn Super Bowl? With that being said, the other guys are good.
Yeah, I'm sure they not in the limelight. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is Eminem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Dr. Dre
Huge fans of those three guys.
and Snoop Dogg. I mean, he's still doing commercials with Corona. I mean, people see him every day versus.
This is not taking away from these guys. They're awesome.
Right.
Which brings me into another topic. Are they just going to have a beep button ready to go? Like just beep? I mean, I feel like there's a controversy just brewing here.
Because you know those artists.
Yeah. Well,
know,
Eminem is
yeah.
the most, out of all the rappers, I would say he's the most controversial. He's
Yeah.
been in the most stuff, like verbal altercations, call outs and
But
whatnot.
I think they done been in the limelight knowing that if they mess this up,
they'll make more money.
I mean, it might be like the nip slip of
Yeah.
Janet Jackson
But
and
what-
old JT, you know?
I'm interested what songs they pick. Like
Yeah.
if they go old school, if Juice and Gin comes on, and like all these old school ones.
You know
I
it's going to
hope
be
so. I really hope
some-
it's not modern shit.
it's going to be
Bring
PG
the old
shit.
stuff.
Nah, it's going to be PG.
I don't mind the PG as long as they bring the old school stuff. We forgot to totally talk about the appearance. The appearance of the can.
I actually like this can.
You do.
Yes.
It says drink ASAP. And the good thing about
It's
these
very
cans,
simple. It's very, very military-esque
yeah.
that you could see there. You could also see there. But one thing you pointed out to me that I thought was phenomenal was here.
Yeah. So Dylan sends me a video of them actually canning that. They fill it and then pop the top right on top of it. And then it tells you exactly for the camera what is in it, the ABV and when it was bottled, I guess, the date 9/16. So it's not been in there a month yet, so it should be good.
But they handwrite it.
Yes, it's hand wrote
It's
on there
handwritten. Yes.
by somebody that has better handwriting than myself.
You and I wouldn't be able
That's
to do
for sure.
that.
Yeah. XXX 5.2 done. As for the appearance, so you're a big fan of the can. So
I actually like that green,
if
black,
you were to
and
grade
yellow.
it out of 10, what would you give it?
It is very simple, so I'm gonna be generous with a 7.
All right, we're gonna go with a 7.
Yeah.
So the appearance can't. The smell of the beer. Once again, I know we say this every week, but we're grading on a blonde ale scale now, not my IPA scale or Baba's fruit salad scale here. Blonde ale scale.
Not much going on.
It smells like a blonde ale.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of blonde ales. But dude, it doesn't stink. It smells like a blonde ale beer.
Right. It's not a skunk.
So we grade out of 10 on the smell. I'm gonna go with an 8 because it smells what it's supposed to.
Right.
I'm not turned off by the smell.
Right. They're not known for being very fruity or citrusy or nothing.
There's no
Yeah.
stick floating up and hitting me in the nose or
Right.
something like that while I'm drinking it. The taste, we grade out of 30. Let's see what we got here. Taste-wise, I'm not turned off by it at all. So, out of 30, I'm going to go with a 25, I guess. Because I'm not turned off by it, even though I don't like that genre of beer. It's still edible to me. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
It can still be drank.
Correct. All right. So we've gone over the Super Bowl. All right, let's get into some lifting real quick. If you've been on Instagram any amount of time, Facebook, any social media, or if you've been to lifting competitions, you've seen the person, guy, girl, going up for a lift, and before they do the lift, just some big hoss fucker just bow on their back, hitting them, slapping them. What is your opinion on that? Now, it's not right or wrong, obviously, because
Right.
people have their ways of getting pumped up for things. But when you see that, what do you think?
Good for them.
Yeah.
It's not.
Have fun, bro.
Yeah, it's nothing. I don't want some 300-pound gorilla
Yeah.
slapping me on the back.
Well, what if your wife's there at the competition, you're going for a big deadlift, and she's like kind of like pow, hitting you on the back? She's not a big gorilla.
She wouldn't.
My thing is, and this comes with CrossFit, when I would do those workouts, they're miserable. You go until failure. Like, I never liked somebody yelling at me. Like, I would have somebody beside me, you know, inevitably in CrossFit, you're going to get cheered on. Somebody's going to pump you up.
Right.
I never liked somebody yelling, pick that shit up, you know, and going into all that. I always wanted somebody beside me, like if I was doing an open workout where you could have, like it's, you know, it's a competition, but it's you versus you doing it. People may be watching. You have a judge. But I would always have, if I had the ability of multiple people there, to get somebody that could just talk to me normal. There was one guy, his name is JP, and he was very good with that with me. He'd just walk up, hey, man, just pick that up. You didn't need to yell at me to pick it up, but if you just said, hey, man, pick it up, there's already an internal battle going on in my head. Like, stop being a bitch, pick that shit up. Mm-hmm. I'm already talking to myself that way. So when somebody would just, like, kind of come in and just, like, a kind voice, just come in and say, hey, man, pick it up. Like, just like that, I'd rip it up every time. Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't want somebody hitting the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I'm already in my mind.
You struggling already.
Here. Yeah.
You don't. To me, I don't want somebody just. For one thing, I don't like people touching me. And second of all, like I said, I don't need no 300-pound gorilla. Yeah. Just smacking me around.
Dude, there's some videos of people hitting the shit out of you. There was one I saw where this guy goes up to do this lift and he headbutts his girlfriend in the head. He's a big 300-plus dude. Just boom, headbutts her in the head and then goes to lift. You know that woman was like almost dead.
Would have been even better if he'd have knocked himself out. And not made it to the platform.
But it's just, it was pretty mind-blowing. But yeah, there's some, because I think I have a good method of getting myself pumped up for a lift on my own, that I don't need anybody like hit me or yell at me. Mm-hmm. Even when I'm mid-lift, I don't like somebody going, like they get, you know, they'll get right beside you and yell. I don't like that because it throws me off from the mechanics of the lift. And I'm a very mechanical lifter in the sense of like, I go through my, you know, knees in the position. I feel my way through it and drive up, or if it's a squat or whatever.
And somebody comes up to you and yell, it's probably going to startle you.
Yeah.
Which will throw off your form. And that's the good thing about being trained by Coach Mr. PB. Yeah. I mean, he don't yell.
Doesn't do anything.
Right. He's kind of quiet. He might talk me through the lift, but I mean, he's not yelling in my ear.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So yeah, I don't knock anybody that does that, because I see it and I see people doing really good lifts with it. Right. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea. Right. Yeah. With that being said, I saw some posts this week, and I've seen it in the past, going to war with the weights. Like people like posting, let's battle these weights. We're hitting these weights. Like saying that they're going to war with a weight. What are your thoughts on that? Is it a little much, or I don't want to get into like, is it wrong or right on like a philosophical level here, but you know, you look at it, I saw an argument like, oh, don't take away from the people going to war, you know, getting a little too serious about it. But then I don't know. Because I do have a viewpoint on this, and I'm interested to see what you say.
I think a lot of it is because you're seeing it on social media. A lot of it is for social media. Uh-huh. But I believe you got to understand, you going there to train. Mm-hmm. And that's what you going there to pick something up and put the son of a bitch right back down where you got it from. You're not going to war. Yeah. You know, you're not going battle. I mean, you're not some naked Greco-Roman fighting a lion for your life. I mean, you're going there to build a muscle.
But what if it feels like that?
You know as well as I do, 80% of the people that we know that go to a gym ain't fighting for their life for nothing. Half of them don't sweat. I don't see too many women that their mascara's running. Yeah. Not taking away from women or nothing like that. I know they all like to work out hard, but the people that wear the makeup to the gym ain't working out hard. Yeah.
So my viewpoint on it is I have zero problem with saying that. Like anybody saying that. Like I really don't. Mm-hmm. In my head, I will tell myself almost anything to hit a lift. And I have sat in front of, like, for instance today, I am by myself lifting heavy back squats. Like we were talking about the other week, I think I need to get a spotter to get over a hump that I'm at. But I will tell myself in my head, you're going to war, you're going to battle, earn your shield, whatever you have to do in your head internally to get that lift done, I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. Whether you want to equate that to posting a post saying, we're going to war, man, or something. Yeah, that's a different thing, which I don't have a problem with, but I could get where some people would be annoyed with it. Right. But that's just nuance of conversation. Are you there with them when they're writing this out and seeing what they're looking at this bar? Because some people mentally, like me, I've had some mental health issues lately. I look at that barbell and I may look at it differently than you do. Right. You know what I mean? Like mentally, I am beat to shit. Obviously, my body's hurting because I'm trying to get to a max lift. I'm trying to, PR this year by the end of the year. So these lifts are very uncomfortable. And sometimes if I got to tell myself whatever it is to get it done, I'm all for it. I think we discussed in another one where it's like what kind of music do you listen to get pumped up for a lift? And I said, I'll use any means necessary to get it done. Yeah. And it's almost like a fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, a street fight is any means necessary. This isn't UFC on a street. Like, you're trying to get something done. Any means necessary. And it's funny because weightlifting is kind of dangerous. I mean, there's some people with some big fucking weight on their back. And if you're genuinely lifting at like the, your level of 8 RPE or whatever it is.
Let's go with 90% and above. Let's not go to the RP shit.
But if you start doing that, I mean, your body is fighting through hell or whatever. You're going through some shit. Yeah. It's a little scary. Sometimes I get under a barbell and you're like I've got like the heaviest set of 6 I can do. You get through the first 2, okay, like we're good. You get through the second 2 to the 4th rep and you're like, oh man. And 5 and 6 for me today, there's some strength and some fortitude that you have to have in order to get those lifts. And I'm a big fan of saying anything to myself to get it done.
I also think that if you're not questioning the weight that you're getting under at least once a week, you need to go ahead and reassess.
Or you're having a what do they call it, deload week?
There's no such thing as a deload. I don't care what they.
That's what you and I do. I don't mind a deload as long as you don't have a permanent deload.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But I mean, if there's certain exercises when you put that weight on, and it could be any exercise, it could be any muscle. But I mean, if you're not legitimately worried, kind of borderline scared, can I really do this? Mm-hmm. You're not doing nothing. Yeah. I mean, that's the only way your body's going to grow. You have to push it.
Uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm for it. I'm all for lifting. That's why I like lifting with you. On our Tuesday biceps tricep day, because it's my least favorite movement, as everybody knows. It's nice having somebody like you to be there to like share the misery with, and you're willing to go some reps, man. I'm still not there with the volume like you are with that bicep tricep stuff.
Arm training sucks.
Yes, it does. I'd rather train squats.
Yeah, I'd rather
like
throw
puke
up
status than do arms.
Yeah.
This is most bullshit nonsense on the planet, but it needs to be done. You never know if somebody's gonna be hanging off the side of a cliff and I gotta go like cliffhanger style and pick them up with one arm, which is crazy when you see that in the movies. Now that I've been lifting long enough and doing curls, you ain't curling up no 180-pound person.
No. You're not curling the 80-pound person.
I might be able to do that. Curls are getting kind of big, man. They're getting kind of big.
You're right. I'm sorry. 75, you got
just
80 out on them.
Kip the hell out of it. Those CrossFit kipping curls. You want to do the sponsor?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll give me some time to read through our list here because, man, we got a lot to go through.
You ain't got to go through it all.
No, we don't, but I've got some fun ones.
This week's sponsor brought to you by Pringles. This week we are doing the barbecue flavored. Have you had these?
Yes. That is like a permanent fixture.
Yeah.
At the house. Barbecue chips are excellent. Pringles barbecue chips, perfection. I know what I'm getting into when I eat a Pringles barbecue chip, and it is greatness. Man, you're hitting 2 weeks in a row. Last week or today's, but last week's episode, we did original. Incredible chip. I need more of that.
Pringles coming through once again.
Always. Where's our little Pringles guy? Paz him. So, I have wrote down on here sports ticker at the bottom of our videos with an LOL. I just want to
sports ticker.
You know, at the bottom where you or like the news tickers that go along the bottom of shows. Mm-hmm. This is how random my brain is when I'm squatting today. So maybe in the future we can put a sports sticker at the bottom of our videos. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I actually did write that down. Tonight I'm going to go see James Bond. I couldn't be more excited. Massive James Bond fan. Sean Connery, Daniel Craig.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, it bummed me out when he passed away. I was hoping they would put him in a... He did pass away, right? I think last year.
I don't think so.
I think he did.
He might have.
Yeah,
I
think he did. R.I.P. or not R.I.P. My bad. But he set the tone right out of the gate. But I was hoping that he would be in one of the Daniel Craig ones, like just as like a kind of passing of the torch thing. Like I wasn't hanging my hat on it, but I thought it'd be cool.
Is this the last Daniel Craig one?
It is.
Yeah,
it is, and I think
so
he is arguably the best.
5,
something like
4
that.
4 or 5.
I think like 5.
Yeah. He got to be getting up in age.
Yeah, he still looks good. Those previews, that dude's still looking good.
Yeah.
Matt, I mean, technology today with the muscles, it's like, I think we figured out how to do it a lot better working out. You know, Arnold and them and before that did good, but man, there's just so much science now and to back up with the sleep and all these different things.
Look at all these guys that within 3 months.
Oh, you mean the steroids?
Just get jacked for a roll. Whatever they doing.
Yeah, I was watching my
Thor,
macros. Yeah, Thor.
Thor gets big for one roll.
Man, they give him a big ass fucking needle in the ass.
He's doing a race car driver where his skin is a rail.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very excited to see this one. And I saw that it was the longest one they've ever done. So I'm completely okay with that.
2.5 hours?
Which, yeah. They do. His have done such a good job of being like...
At least they keep you interested, though.
Yeah. But they dig you into the psyche even of who James Bond is now. And the old ones, it was all about the ladies and, you know, groping and weird gadgets and all this stuff. Now they're actually showing the toll it takes on him. Like, they've shown him, like, beat up and hurt and, like, he's going through a lot of shit. You know, this is what this James Bond is doing.
Yeah.
So, very excited. Have you... Man, I'm blowing through the topics. Have you seen the Squid Game yet on Netflix? It's the most popular thing out right now. It's all over the place, which we got to make something out of sugar stuff for an Instagram post. We'll talk about that later. But have you seen... Obviously, you have not seen the Squid Game on Netflix yet. So. They go on there and do, like, not nursery games, but, like, kid games. Red Rover, red light, green light, that sort of thing. But if you mess up, you die.
Oh, that's that Asian show?
Uh-huh. It's
movie?
From South Korea.
Yeah, Crescenta was watching it
it's good.
last weekend.
Yeah.
I saw the scene where they got that big animated doll, and whenever she turns her head around, they got to stop, and if they don't stop, they shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that part, but I believe I fell
It's
asleep
pretty
after
good.
that.
So that's my Netflix suggestion this week.
Is that a movie or a series?
It's a series. I think maybe 6, 7, 8 episodes or something like that.
Okay.
It's good though. It's worth the watch. I guess it got so popular. Apparently, like South Korea sued Netflix for like downing the internet for a bit because so many downloads and internet streams were coming through.
The bandwidth
talking out of my ass right now, but I believe that's what I read. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's good. Let me see what else we got here. We went through the Super Bowl halftime show. Another random thought while squatting today, the Beer Fest movie. That's one of the best movies of all time, comedy-wise. I was just thinking about that, and I could not stop laughing while squatting today. I was like, there's just such dumb stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw it?
Probably 3 years after it came out.
Oh, man, you got to rewatch that again. I forgot to talk about this when talking about slapping the shit out of each other for lifts. What is your view on the smelling salts? The ammonia?
Never use it.
Uh-huh. I never have.
Don't know what's the driving factor behind it.
Uh-huh.
But I know I've been at work and walked somewhere that ammonia was releasing, and I smelled ammonia.
Did you want to start lifting?
I don't know why people purposely put that up their nose, but I'm sure the strength that I smelled at work could have been different.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind it. I'm sure somebody could tell us, but
yeah, write that in the comments.
I've never.
I don't want to Google it.
Yeah, I don't.
I want to try it now, though. I feel like I see some videos where people are like, whoa, and they're like, okay, now I'm good. It's like sniffing gasoline, you know? Like, why not? You think it's got to open up something?
I'm sure it gets blood.
Yeah.
Blood moving, maybe some vessels opening up, blood pumping. I don't.
You see them sniff it, and it looks miserable, but then they come out, like, just on fire.
I mean, why not just keep sniffing it until your nose is just bleeding and running, and then go to do a lift? That'd be a lot better looking.
Cool. Uh-huh. I'm going to do that when I PR, and then we're going to get that on Instagram for kilos and ounces. Just a bloody nose squat. What else do we have here? We got that. I'm seeing James Bond tonight. Going to war with weights. We knocked that out. My sports ticker idea. Man, I think I'm almost done. You got anything we need to talk about?
I believe we got to finish this beer, huh?
Yeah, other than that. Yeah. Oh, while we're finishing it, this is kind of a little grim thing. What are your thoughts on these bodybuilders passing away early? Seeing that last week's episode was on bodybuilding, and you know bodybuilding pretty well, at least the competitors, and you've done it yourself. What are your thoughts on that as we're finishing this up? We're going out on a stinker, but I genuinely want to know. There's a lot going on, I think.
I believe anybody that does anything, I'm not going to say to excess, but anybody could die early. I mean, there's multiple factors that come into anything. It's just because you bodybuild don't mean you're going to die early.
Yeah.
You know, there could be underlying issues that people have. I mean,
we've had there's been two big ones, right, lately. I think one of the Mr. Olympias just passed away this past week. And then I think we talked about on another episode that trainer.
Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big one. And what it was, 2-3 days ago, one of the competitors died. I don't know why the guy died this week.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen why he died. Mountain Dog, I know he had issues in the past.
With supplements?
No.
Just had ailments.
Health issues. He had health issues that he knew about. Yeah. I mean,
and bodybuilding is very strenuous.
Oh, it takes a toll on your body.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's really going to put a hurt on it. That doesn't mean that it's dangerous, but yeah, it's definitely going to put a tax on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just bums me out to see some of the big kind of names. I'm starting to follow these bodybuilding communities since I've started to look into it a little bit more. And, it seems like when they pass, it hits a little hard it seems like a very tight-knit community. When one of those big guys passes, there's a lot of...
it's still an underground niche sport. I mean, it's not on cable TV.
Yeah.
You know
I guess
it'd
be like my CrossFit background. If a big CrossFitter passed, I think
CrossFit is a lot more acceptable and bigger than bodybuilding. I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Everybody done heard of CrossFit Games.
Yeah, well, that's true.
30% of the population know that know about the Mr. Olympia. I mean,
you're probably right.
It's
there.
a niche sport. Yeah.
Well, let's finish up going over this beer. So we got taste wise. We've got aftertaste. What are you thinking on this aftertaste? It's very
50%.
blonde ale. 50%. You're gonna give them a 50?
Yeah.
So out of 20, you're gonna go with a 10. I'll go with a 12. We'll meet there.
Okay.
Drinkability wise,
Easy.
would you finish this 32-ounce can?
Yes.
All right. So
Tell
we
you
got
what, I will finish this 32-ounce can.
So 30 out of 30 on that. I'll do the math real quick. We got any new shirts or anything we're looking at doing?
We have some new lady shirts.
I guess that's what I was getting at.
Oh.
Do you want to tell them about the new lady shirts, even though I'm about to start posting a lot of posts?
Well, we made some crop tops. Hopefully the ladies enjoy them.
They look good. I'm not going to lie. I wish I could wear a crop top.
You can.
I could.
Anybody can wear a crop top.
They can.
Matter of fact, we ought to cut those sleeves off of that shirt you wear and cut.
No, this is
cut
my
that
first XL large.
Nah, we need to cut that.
Was
We need to
another
crop
first. That was another first. I forgot to say
That
that.
was another
This
first.
is my first official extra large T-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. I've officially made it. I'm not getting any of the chafing in here from the large.
That is a new shirt that hadn't.
No, nobody's seen this.
Nah,
it hasn't
nobody.
met the light of day.
Nah.
Which I liked your explanation on it because you made this in secret.
Yeah.
You were like a mad scientist
I don't know
creating
about all that.
Frankenstein.
I
And I
really
liked everything that it goes on.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have
I
to
knew you would
post
That's
it and
why
everything.
That's why I made it.
Maybe that's why we'll post something on it this week with your explanation. You'll have to jot it down, and I'll have to hashtag the hell out of it. So the beer got an 82, which is a very strong B.
Yep.
I would drink it. It's good. And we've got another one. We've got one of their IPAs.
IPAs,
So we'll do
yes.
that at a later date.
Yep.
We got so much beer in your damn fridge.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this. We keep saying give us more beer, but man, our buddy Chuck sent what? What do you reckon? Like 8 beers?
Yeah. He sent,
That's 8 weeks.
Yeah, 5 or 6 different beers.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when we get to one of his, we'll of course give him a shout out, and he sent us like I think you set down a pile of shirts for me and a jacket. Very excited to try some of the ones you showed me
Chuck
over
coming
there.
through once again, huh?
Oh yeah, let's talk about Chuck. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know Chuck, one of our good friends, very excited that he's on this planet. He's a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
He wants to be on the podcast.
Does he?
Yes. But he lives in Oregon.
And some bitch gonna have to come down to Houston. That's all. Chuck.
Is that what it is? Because we're on that little text feed, and I said I would look into the technology on how to do it. I have no idea how to do it.
Chuck just needs to come down, visit
Yes, he
family, and pop in. Chuck, you'll be.
Or we go up there one day, because I'm pretty sure it's beautiful as hell up there.
I bet right now they getting those cold fronts come through, but he's right there on the coast though. I don't know how that works.
We could go see the whales. Yeah, that's in that area, right?
Yeah.
Like, because that Oregon, right on that coast up there, that's beautiful land. That's like God's country. You got anything else? We got we did Baba last week, even though we're doing 2 videos. This is the second of the 2 we just did. I think our plan is for you locals here in Houston is what, once a month now or so? We're going to try to go to a brewery.
We're going to try it at least once a month.
Once a month, hit a brewery, and then maybe a gym. If there's a gym-brewery combination, you're a Houston watcher, let us know. Because if there's a brewery right across the street from a gym or like within 20 minutes or so, Houston driving is not that bad. Let us know because we're going to start trying to get out there and hang out with some people.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Ha-ha. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good one.